Walnuts, they look like tiny brains for a reason. What if I told you that eating a handful of walnuts every day could make your mind sharper, your heart healthier, your sleep deeper, and maybe even help you live longer? Sounds too good to be true, right? After all, it's just a nut. But science says otherwise. In fact, some studies suggest walnuts are so powerful that they rival certain medications in preventing heart disease, cognitive decline, and even cancer. So, why aren't more doctors shouting this from the rooftops? Could it be that nature's most underrated superfood doesn't come with a prescription pad or a profit margin? Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and show your support to our channel. Now, let's break down exactly what happens when you eat walnuts daily. You might never look at this humble nut the same way again. First, let's talk about your brain and walnuts. Here's something wild. Walnuts are literally shaped like the human brain. Coincidence? Maybe. But research suggests they're also incredibly good for your brain. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, which is essential for brain function. Most people associate omega-3s with fish, but walnuts are actually the only tree nut with a significant amount of alpha-linolenic acid. A study published in the journal Nutrients found that people who consumed walnuts regularly had better memory, faster processing speeds, and improved concentration, especially in older adults. Another study showed that walnut consumption may delay the onset or progression of Alzheimer's disease. So yeah, eating walnuts every day might just help you stay mentally sharp for longer. And honestly, who doesn't want that? A natural shield for your heart. Let's talk about the engine that keeps you alive. Your heart. Walnuts are packed with heart-healthy nutrients, polyunsaturated fats, fiber, magnesium, and plant-based antioxidants. Multiple studies show that daily walnut consumption can lower LDL cholesterol, which is the bad kind, reduce inflammation, and improve blood vessel function. One large review published in Circulation concluded that diets rich in walnuts significantly reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. In fact, the US FDA even allows a health claim for walnuts. Supportive but not conclusive research shows that eating 1.5 ounces of walnuts per day may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. You know it's serious when the FDA puts its stamp on it. And most importantly, walnuts help you lose weight. Here's where things get interesting and controversial. Most people assume that nuts, being high in fat, lead to weight gain. But the reality? Quite the opposite. Walnuts are dense in calories, yes, but they're also incredibly satiating. In other words, they help you feel full so you're less likely to overeat later. One study in obesity found that people who added walnuts to their diet actually lost more weight than those who didn't. Even more fascinating, research using brain scans showed that eating walnuts may influence areas of the brain involved in impulse control and appetite. That means your walnut snack could literally help you say no to that late-night junk food. What walnuts do to your digestive health? If you've been paying attention to wellness trends, you know gut health is a big deal. And for good reason. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria that affect everything from your digestion to your mood. Turns out, walnuts are a feast for your gut microbiome. In a clinical trial published in the Journal of Nutrition, people who ate walnuts daily showed an increase in beneficial gut bacteria, including species linked to lower inflammation and improved heart health. That's a big deal, because when your gut thrives, you thrive. Apart from that, walnuts help you sleep better and feel better. You might not think a nut has anything to do with your sleep, but walnuts do. They contain natural melatonin, the hormone your body uses to regulate sleep cycles. Plus, they provide magnesium and tryptophan, both of which are known to support relaxation and better sleep quality. If you're someone who struggles with falling or staying asleep, snacking on a few walnuts in the evening might be a small change with big results. Walnuts and cancer, what the science says. Now here's where things get even more surprising. Walnuts contain compounds like ellagic acid and polyphenols, which have been shown to have anti-cancer properties. Animal and test tube studies have suggested that these compounds can help prevent the growth of certain cancers, including breast, prostate, and colorectal cancer. Of course, walnuts aren't a cure, but as part of a healthy lifestyle, they could add a layer of natural defense that most people overlook. And again, there's no side effect warning on the walnut label. But wait, are there any downsides? As with anything, moderation matters. If you have a nut allergy, obviously stay far away. Also, walnuts are high in oxalates, which can be an issue for people prone to kidney stones. And while they're incredibly nutrient dense, eating too many can add up in calories fast. So don't start downing them by the cupful. The sweet spot? About 1 ounce a day, or roughly 14 walnut halves. That's all you need to unlock the benefits without overdoing it. Now, here are a few bonus walnut tips just for you. So, what happens to your body when you eat walnuts every day? Your brain gets sharper, your heart gets stronger, your gut bacteria do a happy dance, you sleep better. You may even reduce your risk of some serious diseases, all by eating a handful of nuts. Sounds like a pretty good trade-off, right? Now that you know why walnuts deserve a spot in your daily routine, here are some effortless ways to get them in. Toss them into your morning oatmeal or smoothie. Add them to salads for a satisfying crunch. Sprinkle them on top of Greek yogurt with berries. Eat them straight from the bag as a snack. Use them as a base for homemade pesto or energy balls. Just remember to go for raw or dry roasted, unsalted walnuts for the best health benefits. If you're still here, you're clearly someone who cares about your health. So why not make it official? Hit that subscribe button and join the Zen Wellness Club. We've got more science-backed, natural health tips coming your way. Simple hacks that can truly change your life. Now we want to hear from you. Have you tried eating walnuts every day? Noticed any changes? Drop a comment below. We'd love to know.